All right, this is the QuickSilva Show. Happy Thursday, a.k.a. Friday Eve.
Okay.
And I have some guests here today. They think they're funnier than me, Liz. Can you believe this? They actually think they're funnier
I would have to agree. I would have to agree. Off top, yes.
Off top? All right. You're supposed to be on my side.
I've just heard your comedy.
Man. Okay, well, of course, Torrei Hart is here. And Omar Terrell. I call you Hilarious Omar.
Thank you.
That's your real name?
Omar Terrell?
Omar Terrell.
Absolutely, sir.
So are you
the fans? Are you the fans? You went to college 6'9".
Right. We're going to name you today, honey.
So we calling you Hilarious Omar today?
That's fine. I'll accept that.
Because you know he switched his name like he Diddy. So
you ain't no lie.
She ain't lying. Torrei is not lying at all.
Now, y'all on the comedy tour, it's time to tell my side.
Yes.
First and foremost, how'd y'all link up? How did this whole collaboration with Torrei and Omar?
Well, I actually met Omar last year.
Okay.
And then I reached out to Omar because I was like, hey, listen, I'm coming to D.C. and I'm coming to Baltimore. So I wanted to link with one of the hottest comedians in the city.
He's very funny.
And so, yeah.
How much did he pay you to say that?
Between me and you.
Now, of course, tell my side of the story. Now, in case anybody might not know, of course, Torrei Hart, you are the ex-wife of Kevin Hart.
Well, Kevin Hart is my ex-husband. Yes, he is.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
know.
So
Let him
tell-
know.
Powerful in the plate. I dunk on you,
But tell my side of the story. Who came up with that name and what is that all about?
You know what? It was actually a collaboration between me and my boyfriend. And, you know, I know because I was just asking him to help me with some titles. And
Right.
I threw a few out and he added to it and that stuck. And, you know, it's really just me getting my point of view out, coming from a woman's perspective. You know, in the past, Kevin has used me in about 3 of his specials and has made quite a living off of talking about me. And, you know, so when a lot of people say, get over it, Torrei, like, I've been over it. I've been over it years ago. But the thing is, with comedy, it takes a while to build a whole set.
Right.
You know, and so I went through points and periods where I took off to raise the kids and you know, focus on other things. And,
Gotcha.
you know, so actually now I am ready to tell my side. And that's for the people who's always like, it's been a while. Not really, because now I'm ready.
So how long have you been doing comedy? Just so I know.
Okay, so I started comedy, I started sketch comedy, which
right.
is different, about 10 years ago. And then I hit the stage about 6 years ago.
Got you.
So, yeah.
Because I would think that, like you say, of course, well, Kevin Hart is your ex.
Yes, he's my
I would think it would be
ex-husband.
kind of scary, like, you know, because he's Kevin Hart. And a lot of times when people come after, it's like, it's hard to now get your own shine because he's such this superstar comedian. That wasn't fearful at all?
Not at all. You know, well, I'm not going to say not at all because, you know, I did have reservations just because he is on top, you know, and I'm not, you know, saying anything that's bashing the man, you know, because he's my kid's father. You know, I would never bash him at all. And we have history. We knew each other since we were children, pretty much, you might as well say.
Gotcha.
You know, so this is just about me saying a funny way of me clapping back a little bit, you know what I'm saying, in a funny way, right. But you know, bashing. No, I'm not even in that space. I don't want to bash that man at all.
And since we're talking about Kevin Hart, just for a second, of course, have you talked? I know he was in the accident. Is he doing okay?
He's wonderful.
So he says, okay. That's great to know he's doing good.
That is. And speaking of Kevin Hart, I heard a rumor that you actually wrote a lot of his material in the beginning of his career. Is that true or is that false?
Well, we collabed on a lot. I did do some writing. I'm not going to say a whole lot of his material, but sure, we did collab on a lot of things. I mean, we shot a TV, you know, pilot together. We did a commercial together. Like, you know, I was in the mix with a lot of his stuff. I mean, I'll be 100%, this is me being 100% honest, a lot of his funniest material was when he was surrounded around me early on in the children because, you know, that's just what we did. We bounce. You know how you got to bounce off of people, right?
Absolutely.
So when you're bouncing off of people, certain people bring out the funny in you, and then that's how you write.
And to speak on that, I can attest to that because even me, yes, I'm the funny man, but
Hilarious
when you're a comedian, you will ask for the criticism or judgment of people that are closest to you when you're surrounded by them. So that is a natural thing when you're in a position to be a comedian.
Now, of course, if you're just tuning into the QuickSilva Show, we're talking to Torrei Hart and Hilarious Omar. Now, why have you here, Omar? Of course, I've been following you on social media for years now. There was a little beef for a second with you and Lil Duval. Is that good? Is that not good? You still
I'm living my best life. I ain't thinking about whatever the rest. Back and forth. Yeah.
Y'all good? I mean, we good now?
Man, I don't know. When I see him, I'm addressing him.
And that's on that.
Okay, I got his number. You want to FaceTime him?
Let's do it right now.
Absolutely.
Pull it out.
Hey, listen. In this business of entertainment, you're going to have misunderstandings or conflict, whether they're small, minor, or major. There's going to be issues, man.
Absolutely.
We ain't nothing but grown kids. Let's be honest about who we are.
Especially
we're adults
comedians.
with more responsibility, and so when things are going to happen, it's human nature. So it's not no real beef. He's a black man. I love him first.
Right.
But we can still. There was an issue.
It was a flag on the play.
There was a flag on the play, man.
That's
Where's
what
my
he said on
whistle?
Instagram. Now, when is the show actually coming? Like, when is the tour starting?
It's starting tomorrow in
Oh,
Baltimore,
my God.
Maryland.
Nice.
Yes, and then. We're making our stop in D.C. on Sunday.
Very
the
nice.
Redskins don't play, so come on out. It's time to tell my side.
Yes, but Baltimore, we have to tell them exactly where.
Come on now. This is why
Baltimore,
we here.
Maryland, tomorrow night. Doors open at 7.
Where?
Show starts at 8 at Sully's Comedy Cellar, located in Parkville, Maryland.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And then Sunday, D.C.
D.C. Draft House Comedy Theater.
And what time is that show?
D.C. 7 o'clock. Once again, it actually starts at 7.
Gotcha.
So
No CP time?
doors open at 6.
No CP time. And let me just say this too.
Absolutely.
This is grassroots. Like, I am doing this independently and linking up. So please come out and support. Like, a lot of people's like, why is she on stage? Like, this is what I do. I'm serious about this. Because if you don't invest in self, then nobody else will. So I'm investing in self also. It's just another way to show women to be empowered. You don't get bitter over things that happened in the past. You go out here and you earn it on your own, and you make your own way. And so it's also about me doing women empowerment. I have a foundation called SOAR, Starting Over Again Ready, and it's all about uplifting women, empowering women, and just showing women, like, listen, just one breakup ain't it. Life goes on. You move on. You get happy, stay happy, find your happy, and keep it. And that's what it's really about, too.
I'm going to tell you something amazing. I'm Torrei Hart. One of my features on the show is called The Vitamin of the Day.
Okay.
Where I always end the show with some type of positive, inspirational words.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's a lot of ladies who've been through a divorce.
Right.
Bitter divorces.
Right.
Kids are involved. Some of them are married to celebrities, athletes, comedians, whatever. And a lot of times when they're going through that divorce, they feel like this is it. Like, I gave my whole life to this man, to these kids.
I was
and
there.
now he's gone.
I was there.
So for you being there at one point in your life and now realizing you are now telling your side of the story, now coming to self, what would Torrei Hart say to a young lady right now who's going through exactly what you went through with Kevin Hart?
I would say everything happens for a reason. I know it's so cliche, but looking back at it now, I realize why I went through what I went through, because now I have a message. Now, God is using me, as a platform, using my platform to uplift women. I uplift a lot of women, like, every day. Like, I make it my business to respond to all of the people who DM me, especially women, because there's a lot of women who are in my DMs talking about suicide.
Yes.
And I'm just like, honey, no, there's more dick out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love it.
That ain't the end all be all. He ain't it.
Wait, that's a good time.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying.
No,
'cause,
you're real,
I mean, but I did think I was going to be married forever, so I wasn't expecting it. And then, I went through a period where, he moved on and he's remarried, and I see my kids and pictures like this whole, and I'm like, yo, those are my kids.
Right, that's
and,
my
and
family.
That's
Right.
my, and people were thinking that those were his new wife's kids, and I'm like, no. But then, I prayed on it. I fasted.
Wow.
I mean, I went on a whole spiritual cleanse and journey, but I fought for my happiness. I made it a point that nothing was going to kill me, and I'm going to come back bigger and better. So I think it's all your mindset, and you have to make sure that you realize that, take the pain and make it work for you.
Absolutely.
But everybody goes through pain, whatever. There's deaths, people get in car accidents, can't walk again. You can be bitter about it, or you can make that pain work for you and have a better story. So I just decided to stay happy and never let anybody steal my joy.
Hey, Torrei Hart, I'm going to say, that's a message right there. And as I would say, we from B-More, say less, right? Of course, telling your side of the story once again, that's tomorrow in Baltimore, 7 o'clock at
Sully's Comedy Cellar.
And then Sunday in D.C., 7 o'clock at
DC Comedy Draft House.
Let's fill in the blanks. Come on, somebody.
And let me just say, I really appreciate Omar.
He's funny,
hilarious guy, and that's really why I wanted him on the show. And he's been out here hustling and working hard, and I appreciate you and thank you.
Now,
Hey,
for
thank
tour
you,
happening,
Torrei.
is D.C. the last stop? You have other stops already planned?
Yes. So that's what we're working on now.
Gotcha.
We're locking in the logistics for the upcoming date. So
Gotcha.
Stay tuned. That's why I said this was grassroots.
You know
I ain't
what?
trying to look. I ain't trying to make it seem like it's bigger than what it, but it's gonna grow big. But you know, we
Absolutely.
doing it old school style, grassroots, word of mouth. People is already asking. We've been on our social media. They're like, "Come here, come here." We putting it together now.
Man, you got my support, I tell
there
you.
you
that.
Thank
go.
you. Appreciate
If
it.
somebody's not already following Torrei Hart and Hilarious Omar, put your Instagram and all that good stuff out there.
Okay, so my Instagram is TORREI. Blame my mother, not me. HART, Torrei Hart, and then TorreiHart.com. Facebook, Torrei Hart.
And
I am Hilarious Omar, but my tag is now I am Omar Terrell.
okay.
Oh, did it?
Respect me as the man,
Okay.
the artist.
Okay, good. Sorry. Get
And all
that
of the
government
above.
name out there. Buttoned up.
All right, man. You've been informed, man. Definitely support them. They get the QuickSilva Show stamp. Happy Friday Eve.